Hello again, and welcome to the Daily Templar Report, and me, your guest, and a host and guest presenter, Jim Dowson. How are you all? I hope you all had a lovely, lovely weekend, and anybody who's suffering from any infirmities feels a wee bit better today. I hope so. Now, let me see who's in the room. Sean Smiley from good old Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh. Reminds me of my hometown, because I come from a steel town. And we went to, is it Mingo Junction? Mingo. Somewhere in it. The Deer Hunter was filmed there. Do you know that place, Sean? We were there. Looks just about as bad as my town. Colette Whitney, God bless you. Lovely lady. Naomi Ford, another lovely lady. God bless you. Ewan Eggerstrom, nice man. Ralph Rowley, nice as well. Natasha M, hold on, missed one. Natasha M, how you doing? Ralph Rowley. Jonathan Bedeen, God bless you. Your Canadian flag's almost here, brother. Alex Catro, Deuce Vault. Colette Whitney. Oh, a lot of Colette Whitneys here. Yes, Jonathan Bedeen, give my regards to a good lady, brother. Stuart Bowden, Mr. Catro, Randy Malaspina, he's a good fella, good young fella, and I like to see young fellas coming through. God bless you, Randy, and your family. Jim Young, God bless you. Mr. Robello's there, faithful man. Naomi Ford, lovely Naomi. Who else have we got? And Templar Guard, God bless. I see you popping up, defending the order all over the place, very good. Philip Milne, wait a minute, I see he's still stuck in that place. What's going on? Hello, when I was surprised I was doing my first duties Knights Templar. Oh, this Sunday, the Holy Spirit Orthodox Church having a baking sale. Oh, brilliant. Philip, that's excellent. You know, people think we should be swinging off ropes, charging through ISIS windows. Sometimes a baking sale. Brilliant. I do it. Tombolas, the whole thing. We have to do normal, nice community things. God bless you. There's a good example. Wes Stover, how you doing? And there's nothing wrong with that. Get into your church and set up a Templar stall and give the money to charity. Brilliant. Malcolm Cook. Scott Rash, how you doing? Scott, you missed the belt the other day. Oh, yes. Lady Rotha, how you doing? The good woman, Lady Rotha. And Lady Matriarch, God, she's a lovely lady, Lady Matriarch. You know, she offered a safe house to the order as well. Great woman. Brilliant. William Mumford, God bless you. Gary Hardwick, nice to see you as well. Thank you. Joseph Taylor, lovely man. Michael McGuffin, Thomas Van Bach from Salzburg. Let me tell you a wee story about Salzburg. I have a big medal from the Roman Catholic Bishop of Salzburg, who made me the person of humanity that year because I was building a mother and baby shelter in northern Hungary. And the Bishop of Salzburg, from Austria, I believe, he came over and presented me with this wonderful big medal, and it's in my living room, and it's very special. I mean, I've got a nice photograph with our Grand Master of Hungary, Dr. Emery Taglesi, and the Bishop of Salzburg. So there you go. I don't know if he's still alive. Old man with a white beard. It's about 20 years ago. Who knows? Wes Stover, yep. God bless you, Lady Mary. Yep. Wes McFarland, yep. Benny Dog, how you doing, Benny Dog? Brian Payton, James Ref. What's that? Miles O'Harcourt. God bless you. How you doing? The Scorpion's always creeping about there. Jacob Lewis, Miss Sherry B. God bless you, Sherry B. Nick's in here. Yep. Who else have we got? I think we're near the end. Malcolm Cook, Greg's there. Stuart Bowden, yeah. I've seen them. Westo, yep. Okay. Peter Smith, how you doing? I'm noticing there's a lot of ladies coming in these days, eh? A lot of ladies. Doing my ego no end of good. But remember, pride cometh before a fall. But let me talk about scripture. Let me give you a wee bit of scripture, folks. This is a lovely wee bit. We're in the Proverbs, and you know I'm doing the Sunday services in the Proverbs as well, so great. But Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 7, it says this. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so. Ain't that the truth? And we bless God for this, the public reading of his infallible, inerrant, and inspired word. And as they say in the American churches, do I get an amen? We'll see them coming up there. The Americans do this, you know. It's quite sweet. Can I have an amen? Good. I knew my American brothers and sisters wouldn't let me down. In Britain, they're saying, oh, shut up. But I know the Americans like a wee bit of that. I love my American brothers. Do you know something? I love everybody in here. Because I've been around the block a few times and I have never been involved in any organisation, political party, religious group, or anything in my life where I've been involved with so many good, decent, honest, patient people. Look at that. It's brilliant. But I mean that, I'm not giving you any old flannel. I mean, it's true, people could be into something, but they don't get something they ordered, and 2 to 3 weeks later they're screaming at you like banshees. I've seen folk here waiting 7, 8 months for something, and not a murmur out of them. They say, "Oh, it's okay." That's hard to beat. It really is hard to beat. And we've got that kind of stuff fixed now because that COVID thing. We were never quick, you know that. But the COVID thing really done us. I'm going to turn this phone off because I forgot to do it. And sure as anything, it'll ring. But you know, I just want to. It sounds a bit soppy, but I just want to thank you for being you and being good and decent and patient people. You're fantastic. Anyway, let me get on with some things here. But thank you for all those amens. It's really nice to see. Yeah, thanks, Colette. Very nice indeed. Yeah, we're getting through the Sundays and it's good. Yeah, lady, we're all in it together. We are in it together. Yes. Thank you for reminding me, but I've got it wrote down here. Today is St Andrew's Day, the patron saint of the land of my forebears, Scotland. St Andrew, crucified, I believe, upside down. Very nasty business. He's also the patron saint, I believe, of Romania and Russia. Yes, St Andrew. So God bless all the Scots, the Christian Scots, the other ones I'm not so keen on. But St Andrew, and in Scotland and in Britain, it's very strange, you know, because everybody celebrates St Patrick's Day. No problem. Dance in the street, hello, don't come to Dublin ever to see it because you'll be shocked like me. It's almost entirely gay and Chinese dragons. But everybody celebrates St Andrew's Day. Tonight there'll be people all over Scotland eating haggis. Oh, one so sonsy face. Great chieftain o' the pudding race. And they cut the haggis open and it all spews its guts out. It's a poem by Robert Burns and you dissect the haggis and it all bursts out. The Americans banned the haggis, the national dish of Scotland, because they said it was unfit for human consumption. This is from a nation who invented McDonald's and KFC. So we're eating chicken necks and cows' eyelids and I don't know, sphincter muscles, but they won't allow our haggis into the country. Can you imagine such a thing, folks? Haggis, unfit for human consumption in America. Never heard anything like it. Racism. So I like a bit of haggis. I'll have some tonight to remember St Andrew. Now, it's no problem. St Patrick's Day, no problem. St Andrew's Day, no problem. St David's Day in Wales, no problem. But if the poor English, oh yes, if the English try and celebrate St George's Day, oh, you're a racist. Oh, you're a racist. It's unbelievable. The English get a real hard time for trying to celebrate anything to do with England because your class is a racist. It's not fair. Let the English have St George's Day. But if you're a real English patriot and a real English nationalist, St George isn't your patron saint because he was brought in by the Normans. Your patron saint is St Athelstan, who was killed on the 12th of July, 8-something by the Vikings, or St Alban. So, I don't know, I'll leave that to you, English guy, who your real patron saint is. But today I celebrate St Andrew, and I would like to say, Alba, go bra, and Scots, wahey, who is like us? Nane are like us. That's a fact. And a lot of people say, thank goodness. So, we've got various things on today. I've got a couple of stories here that are horrific. Just more craziness, but this is quite worrying, and this is for the Brits, okay? I've got a story for the Brits and a story for the Americans. But this is really worrying in Britain. When you hear this, British, because there's a department that you probably don't know about, British Army spies wage an information war against anti-vax content online. They've actually got a battalion or a brigade to deal with cyber stuff now. Can you believe that? Cyber stuff. According to a report in the Sunday Times, which is a respectable and reputable newspaper, ministers are preparing to launch a massive public information campaign to convince people to take the jab. I bet you they are. I bet you they are. Probably paid for by, what do you call that wee pencil neck geek? No Zuckerberg this time. The original pencil neck geek. Him that owns that computer stuff. Bill Gates. In fact, have you ever seen Bill Gates and Zuckerberg in the same room? Huh? You have? Dummy mirrors. CGI. Behind the scenes, however, the Times reported that the British Army has mobilised the 77th Brigade's Defence Culture Specialists. That's actually a brigade. Defence Culture Specialist unit to monitor and counter online propaganda against vaccines. So always when people try to expose someone as propaganda, isn't it? The unit was formed in 2010 and worked alongside psychological operation teams in Afghanistan, studying the behaviour of the civilian population and giving cultural and linguistic advice to ground troops, according to the brigade's own website. You've got a website? How can you be a Secret Service brigade? You got a website? What? Did Sean Connery ever have a... Did 007 ever have a website? Huh? It's nonsense. But there you go. They've got a website. Check it out yourself. The media discovered that the 77th Brigade's speciality, according to a plaque on the wall in Berkshire Base, is creating behavioural change. So not only have they got a website, they've got a plaque on their brigade headquarters saying, this is what we do. I hope there's never no another war. They're done. But that's what they do, creating behavioural change. Wow. This is George Orwell. This is Big Brother, folks. With the rollout of vaccine imminent, the unit is already monitoring cyberspace for COVID-19 content and analysing how British citizens are being targeted online, according to The Times. The Times report does not detail exactly how the unit will fight back against anti-vax content or even what kind of content it will target. I know, us. A Ministry of Defence spokesman told The Times that the Brigade's efforts are not being directed at the UK population. The leaked document reportedly suggests that its strategy includes gathering evidence of vaccine disinformation from hostile states, including Russia. I know a woman in Ireland who will be the number one target for her. What do you call her? Gemma O'Doherty. Oh, they'll go for her. She'll be found in a ditch or somewhere, or in a fridge. She's locked herself in a fridge and threw it in a lake, wrapped in chains. That's what happened to her. It's happened to somebody before that. Absolutely outrageous. This is the government. This is the British Army intelligence community. Army, actual mainstream army. They're now the 77th Brigade Cultural Defence Specialists, and they specialise in behavioural change. This really is. This is the Stasi or the KGB, and they're going to be targeting anybody who dares put out propaganda. That's code for the truth about COVID and all that. What are they going to do is arrest. Maybe just go missing, disappear. It's like the old days in, what do you call that place with Pinochet? It was Chile. Yeah, babies dropped out a helicopter over the ocean, 1,000 feet for a helicopter. Or into a volcano. Well, we don't have any here. No volcanoes in Ulster. Yes, no volcanoes in Ulster. St. Patrick's not only get rid of the snakes, he'd get rid of all the volcanoes as well. Little known fact of history. But listen, this is bonkers. This is quite sinister. It's not quite sinister, it's very sinister. So anybody who, they're actually telling you they're gearing up to deal with people who would dare stand against the vaccine. Must say we're going to be in for a rough ride. You know, and I don't want to be a harbinger of doom, because people say, that Templar report, every time you're on there, they're always saying, you're doomed, it's all over, it's all going to end. Well, it's because we are doomed, and it is going to end, it is all over. This is the play out of it. But from the ashes, God's people will rise like a mighty phoenix. Oh yes, humanly speaking it's impossible, but all things with God are possible. And the Bible tells us clearly, touch not the Lord's anointed. So I would tell the captain or the officer in charge of the 77th Brigade, do not act against Christians, sir, because you've been warned. God has told you himself, touch not the Lord's anointed. And every single person here in this website watching this, everybody who's a member of this organisation is de facto and in practical terms the Lord's anointed, because we are members of God's holy battalions. So if you touch the Lord's anointed, you will be dealt with by the Most High God, and you won't like it one little bit. So behave, do yourself a favour, and don't start on us, because you won't win that fight. Amen. So it's quite strange, but it's very frightening. Now, I want to bring you to America now. Oh, I mean, poor Americans, they're not got enough to put up with. Okay, former President Barack Obama. Oh, before I do this, what's that guy's name that I'm not particularly sure of? What's his name? That young fella. American. Who?
Nick Fuentes.
Who did I think he was?
Ace Ventura.
I get mixed up in the office. There was this young guy brought to my attention. I said, I don't know if I like looking at him, but I want to ask you. But I thought his name was Ace Ventura. I've now been told that Ace Ventura is actually a pet detective played by Jim Carrey, who I'm quite fond of. He's mad as a hatter. But it's no him. It's a guy called, what's his name?
Nick
Fuentes. Nick Fuentes. Now, I see him preaching good stuff and all the rest of it, but I don't know enough about him. So if any of you know anything about him, please let me know, because I'm looking into this guy. Well, we're looking into this guy. I don't know his position and anything, really. I've heard him. What I've heard is good, but I just want to know if anybody knows anything about him, and he's all right. Aye, Nick Fuentes, that's him. So, not Ace Ventura. Well, I don't want to know anything about him. We do not want to be dealing with Ace Ventura. It's Nick Fuentes. Jim is a big time lefty. I hope no. You got my permission to shoot me if I ever turn lefty. But I want to bring you this story about former President Barack Obama said Republicans made white men think of themselves as victims. Oh, so it's our fault again. Should have known. He says, what's always interesting to me is the degree to which we've created in Republican politics this sense that white males are victims. They're the ones who are like under attack. Is he talking ghetto now, Obama? Obama noted, what doesn't jive with both history and data and economics? Which doesn't jive with... Yes, he's went full-blown ghetto. Ah, is this him? He's reverted back to it, isn't he? Is this him who's on the screen now? This is what the ex-president said to you. They're the ones who are like, man, under attack. And he also said, which doesn't jive with history and data. Doesn't jive. Jiving, I understood, was dancing. My father, who was in the Second World War, he used to be a jive champion dancer with his sister. They used to go and do the jive in the Airdrie Town Hall, and they won cups and medals and prizes for it. And my mother gets jealous of my auntie dancing with my father, and she says, I don't want you dancing with your sister anymore. I want to be a partner. And in the first dance competition, my father, I don't know what they do in jive, but he threw her up in the air or something. She landed and cracked her skull. It ended up in the hospital for 3 days. So there was no more of that. Anyway, this story, this is what Obama says. That's a story. With white male victimhood, Obama called it a sincere belief that has been internalised. He goes on, that's a story that's being told, and how you unwind that is going to be something that is done right away. It's not going to be something that's done right away. It's going to take some time, he said. He asked the two male hosts to think about how men sometimes react to feminism. He says, if women start talking to men about their issues, a lot of men will get very defensive very quickly. That's not me. I treat my woman good, said Obama. He's went pure ghetto. I treat my woman good. That's why they didn't use the B word. He also pointed to Hispanic Americans who voted for Trump and explained that some issues for voters just hold great weight. People were surprised about a lot of Hispanics folk who voted for Trump, but there are a lot of evangelical Hispanics who, you know, the fact that Trump says racist things about Mexicans or puts detainees, undocumented workers in cages, they think that less important than the fact that he supports their views on gay marriage or abortion, Obama argued. Let me just correct this. Obama, it was you that put the Mexican families in jail first. It was you who put the children in jail and separated them from their parents. It was you who put far more Mexicans in cages than President Trump ever did. Hello? Do you remember this? No, because you're probably smoking something. This is why you're talking ghetto now. Utter nonsense. Pollster Frank Luntz tweeted, this is a lazy analysis which likely will become the conventional wisdom of his followers. People who don't support us are bigots. That's it. That's the narrative. You don't support us, you're some kind of knuckle-dragging hillbilly bigot. That's it, folks. Aye, well, it's arguable that Obama doesn't actually have a woman. We'll say nothing. Absolute nonsense. But this is the garbage. This is the garbage they're pumping out. We are the victims. We are being attacked left, right and centre, day in and day out. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that's where we are. So there we go. Right, I'm going to read a wee bit here. Oh, remember tonight, I'm not sure if Sean the Hearn's broadcasting tonight. It might be. If it is, it'll be 7 o'clock over on Purged. But certainly, Jada Franson is broadcasting at 7 p.m. our time over here on the YouTube and the Purged. And I'm actually wearing one of her, what does it say? That's on the back here, you see. Face mask exempt cards. And there we go. That's it there. You can get these. These are British. These are British. You can get them anywhere in the UK, Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales. There you go. Very good. Very good cards. Saved me a lot of trouble. And it says on the back, I'll just read it to you in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Need my reading glasses on. In accordance with government guidelines, I am exempt from the wearing of face masks and I am not required to disclose my condition to you. I am showing you this card as a matter of courtesy. I am not required to do so by law. I respectfully remind you of my human rights under the UN Convention on the Rights of the Person with Disabilities. Denying access to your business organisation will result in a report being made to the BFP advocacy and further action being taken. So there you go. Wonderful. They're free. Jada Franson, for all her problems and all her aggravation that she's having, she's took the time and the expense to make these and send them out free with a lanyard, just charging the postage. Isn't that nice? What a lovely woman she is. But there you go. So you can go over there and you can get them if you're a Brit. So she's on BritishFreedomParty.org or .com. I don't know what it is. Oh, the link's there. We put it in there for you. So get over there after this finishes. So I'm going to do this. Now, I'm going to see... have we got some pictures for the brethren? I'm going to show you pictures. This was last week. We forgot to show you them because remember, the building project isn't something that comes and goes. It's a long-term thing, and a lot of people, you know, they think, well, I've donated to that, and thank you very much. But the whole thing continues on, unbelievable. But we're making great, we're making great progress. I've already went and managed to secure a lot of the stuff when it's finished, the furniture and the carpets, and I've done a lot of that behind the scenes. But the building work is really coming on now in leaps and bounds. You see this? Here's Jada Franson. She was down at the Priory the other day. And we said, go and stand outside and we'll get a photo of you. So the brethren have seen that picture, yeah? Did I see it? Oh, there's me in the corner. Just showing you. I mean, look at the thickness. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the thickness of the walls there? It's ridiculous. That one up above my head is only single thick. There's another skin of bricks up that. But down where my left hand is, you see the actual thickness of the wall. The wall's about that thick. It's about 20-something inches. Again, we're Templars, we build things to last. So that's only one skin of the wall you see next to my head there. That's double now. So it's coming on. It's a big place. It's rather large. I'm putting a lovely big fireplace in it. So we're going to have a big fire. So when your friends come over from England or Scotland and Ireland or America or Canada, Australia, New Zealand, you can come and sit in the chapter house. But you'll probably be staying in the Priory house. But that's a different thing. We need to get the chapter house and the Magdalene Chapel done, and then we can move on. Now, I'm going to put can we put a link up, please, to the dear me, where am I today? The St. Donard Chapter House. So the brother's going to put a link up. Anybody who can help us, as the Lord has led you, for the building work, because now as you get nearer the finishing date, the bills go sky high, but we've still done all this at about a tenth of what any builder quoted us. Seriously, about a tenth. It's quite remarkable because we've had a lot of volunteers. We're a very good elderly builder who's very slow, takes his time, but he's doing it all very much because he's a great supporter of the order. So we must be very grateful for what we've had, and God has been very good to us. To be honest with you, very good to us throughout the whole business. But it's difficult. I'll be glad to see it finished. But it's wonderful. I go out there every day and I'm filled with joy and emotion for what God is doing with us and involving you in it as well. So there's a link up there, I think. Maybe no. There's one going up now. I mean, it's unrecognisable now for the picture on that link, but it's fantastic. And it's a dark winter, it's cold, the building work's still going on. Everybody's frozen, soaked to the skin every day. It's pretty uncomfortable, folks, to be honest with you. But it's okay. Now, the battery's saying it's low in this camera. Is that right? I better hurry up. Red flashing light. Oh, is it heat? All right, we'll batter on. I just want to read a wee bit out of the book before we go. I'm in the the chapter, Just Who is LARPing? On page 215, bottom of the page. Taking the concept of brotherhood even further, we work to diffuse old festering tensions between Christians. This is the Templars we're talking about. No more brothers' wars. It's not just an idealistic platitude. For the Templars, we actively help build bridges to turn the idea into reality. We have helped to organise private meetings between young Serbs and Croats, Hungarians and Romanians, and Germans and Poles, developing the same theme of conflict resolution and reconciliation. We have sponsored cross-community amateur football between working-class Catholics and Protestant children in Belfast. The Belfast Conference was funded and organised for young identitarians, and it was the first ever such conference to bring together activists from the old religious divides in Ireland. Once we identify promising groups anywhere in the world, we test and assess them to ensure they are both worthy of receiving and capable of using the skills which your trainers can impart. This Templar educational work covers both ideas and practical skills and has been rolled out in countries including Serbia, Hungary, England, Ireland and the USA. The practical help we provide includes website construction, databasing, campaigning skills, data manipulation and harvesting, handling, fundraising platforms, applications, payment processors and IT portals, marketing and design, membership growth and retention, PR and handling the media, employment management and compliance, accounting, bookkeeping and financial probity. We actually go to organisations all over the world and say, you cannot be a serious organisation or expect the public to trust you unless you are a highly professional group and scrupulously honest with everything in line. Now, the left have got George Soros throwing billions at this for the left. Basically, in the West, we have the Templars, and we do what we can. But it's difficult, but we do what we can on a shoestring, and we've done it with thousands of people now. Sometimes we do this training in hired hotels and commercial corporation training suites, but we also have access to facilities of our own in Budapest, Belgrade, Los Angeles, Ireland, and Scotland. We also have a private small-level training venue and Christian contemplation retreat in the Iberian Peninsula. So that could be Spain or Portugal, we won't say here. So we've got quite a lot of stuff going on worldwide. We're not a website group, we're not a cyber group. We have a lot of stuff going on and we engage in very, very serious stuff. This lockdown has hampered our activities, but it is what it is. But we've used that time to hone the skills we do have so when it's over, we can impart even better training programs to people in America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Serbia, Croatia, Romania, Bulgaria, everywhere. That's what we do. And when you make a donation to the order, that's what you're paying for. Because look, talking and making claims and airy-fairy stuff is all very well and good. But it's really when you get down to the brass tacks, it's skills, admin skills, fundraising skills, accountancy skills, PR skills. That's what really matters in this world. And we need to be the best we can because we're soldiers of Christ. And we must offer Christ only the best, not the second best. You know, a lot of people keep the best for their career and God gets whatever's left. No, we're the opposite. We give God the best and whatever's left, that's what's used in our own private life. That's how we do it. So that's what we do. So we're not a cyber group. We're real. We have bricks and mortars premises. As you know, we're building a chapel here at the moment. We're building a chapter house. I'm sitting in our priory. So we're very, very real. And we've got these places dotted about the planet. So God bless you, because without you, it wouldn't happen. It couldn't happen. You are responsible for this. So give yourself a pat in the back tonight, not me. I just facilitate things. You're the people who make it happen. Thank you. So that's all from me. Remember, Jade is on. Is the Irish boys on tonight? We don't know. Don't think so. There might be Sean the Hearn, the Irish Patriot. I don't know. No notification yet. But Jade is on at 7 o'clock. Get some of these cards for her, and just let her know you're there and you support her and she's doing a good job, because sometimes it gets lonely in this game and we all need to stick together, one and all. I know a lot of Templars are over there on her side, and thank you and God bless you. She's very appreciative, and it's excellent that so many Templars look to other groups. But just be careful, because there's so many groups out there that are very dodgy and people think they're okay. I'll give you an example before the camera goes. On Friday or Saturday in Ireland, there was a group, they held an anti-lockdown or anti-pro-free speech thing, a group called Irish Freedom Party. And I've already outed them for having LGBT people up speaking for them and liberals. Oh aye, Sean the Hearn's on at 7 p.m. They're on every day at 7 p.m. Sean the Hearn over on Purged, YouTube, Purged, Sean the Hearn, Irish Patriot. Get over there as well if you can. But anyway, I've already had to go at this party because they keep saying they're hardcore right-wing, socialist, conservatives, Catholic and all the rest of it. And then I hear they've got a left-wing journalist and they've got one of Ireland's best-known LGBT personalities. And the guy phoned me up and said, why are you telling people this is lies? How dare you? 2 days later, he's got the two guys I was talking about on the stage. Why? And on this week, he had a well-known, self-confessed LGBT person speaking, and all manner of weird people. And this is the exact same what happened in Britain with Tommy Robinson, who was paid by, certain people to utterly destroy the right wing, to make the right wing very pro-gay, very pro multiculturalism and all the rest of it. And this guy, the Irish Freedom Party, had a a guy of a different ethnicity there talking who's gay. So this is all there to totally undermine right-wing ethno-Christian nationalists. Because how can you be a right-wing Christian ethno-nationalist in Ireland if you have an African LGBT guy speaking and saying he's part of the movement? And he makes no attempt to say he's a Christian or anything like that. No, the whole thing is nonsense. But this guy who runs that party also works in the European Parliament. And he worked for the UKIP and Brexit group. The Brexit group that Nigel Farage runs allowed about half a dozen members, I'm not joking you, of the Revolutionary Communist Party to stand as candidates, and several of them, including that woman, was there Fox, what's her name? Claire Short. Claire Short, older people remember her from the old days. She was all supporting the IRA and the communists and the ANC. She actually got elected on a Brexit/Brexit party ticket. Yeah. And the guy who runs the Irish Freedom Party works. Claire Fox. Claire Fox, not Claire Short. Claire Fox. And this guy who's doing this stuff in Ireland and saying he's a great patriot actually works in the European Parliament, involved with these type of people and this kind of bloc group. It's absolutely incredible. It's borderline taking the you know what, because obviously he thinks the people are so stupid he can do what he wants from them and they'll just accept it. And sadly, they do. But please, my Irish brethren, my Irish friends, don't be so stupid. Don't be so easily led. If somebody presents to you the very opposite of what you believe a right-wing conservative follower of Jesus Christ is, walk away. And this is the second or third time this guy's done it, that this party's done it. If you go to another rally and the same people are there, it's not him that's stupid, because he's far from it. It's you that's stupid, because you're letting this man manipulate you without even putting a veneer on it. He's not even trying to hide it, because he knows that a lot of people are so idiotic they will accept anything. Well, don't be anybody's fool. Don't be anybody's fool. And if this guy's doing this repeatedly, you've got to ask who's behind him. And if he works in the European Parliament, and he has done for about 10 years, there's obviously a lot of people behind him. Some big checkbooks getting pulled there. So I know the guy. I got on well with him. I don't have a problem. I go for a pint with him. Been for a pint with him. Nice guy. But I think he's been absolutely manipulated. Whether he's doing it voluntarily or he's getting pressurised, I don't know. But I've met him personally. He's a nice guy. But the Bible tells us, by their fruits ye shall know them. So although I think he's personally a nice man, what he's doing and the fruits that he's producing are rotten. Thoroughly, absolutely rotten. And I would appeal to him to get a grip of yourself, man. Get a grip of yourself. Ireland's more important than whatever's been done to you or pressurising you or whatever you think. Ireland is more important. So reject it, cling to Christ, he'll look after you, and stop trying to destroy the Irish patriot movement, because it'll never work, because they are the Lord's anointed. And you know the warning with that. So I've said my piece on it. I'll say no more on it. But, I don't want Ireland to go the same way as England, where the right wing is completely compromised by paid agents. Not a chance. And the Irish need to take action on it. It's not my place, but the Irish need to do something about it. That's it. Claire Fox or some, I don't know. If you look up the Revolutionary Communist Party and the Brexit Party, you'll see the links. But can you imagine it? Can you imagine the Brexit Party allowing Revolutionary Communist parties to stand for them when they knew they were almost guaranteed to get in to gain a political power? So that's what Nigel Farage is all about, folks. Nigel Farage is no good. He allowed about half a dozen members of the Revolutionary Communist Party to stand in areas where they were almost assured to be elected. How can that be a patriotic act? I don't want to upset you. You're probably thinking, what? I thought Nigel was a good guy. You were wrong. And if you want to know more about it, contact me and I'll tell you. I worked too in the European Parliament. There's nothing good about him. He works for one person, himself. So that's all from me. Sorry about that, folks, but I shall see you tomorrow, God willing. I'm going to try and have a guest on tomorrow, but we'll see. It'll either be Mr. Griffin or something. I don't know. We'll see how we're fixed tomorrow. But until then, God bless each and every one of you. And remember, stay close to God. You won't go far wrong. Doors Vault.